Oh. Oh, all right. So camera died. Had to turn it back on for a second. Anyways, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this video catches you. Today we're going to talk about some crimes today. Uh, today here we like to focus on white collar crimes, and this is like I think my 10th video or 12th video. I private some, but I feel I'm getting better and better at it using the green screen today. And I had to redo some videos, not the same story, because I'm not going to do that. But we got another story about some real estate brokers who were doing some fraud. All right, I find this stuff very interesting. All right, hopefully you guys too. Now let's get into it. We're basically just going to read together, if you don't mind. All right, so this place comes from Kissimmee. Heard of it, but I have no idea where it is. So Kissimmee real estate brokers sentenced for bank fraud. I said brokers. It's not plural. It's only one of them, I believe. So this is coming from Orlando, Florida. United States District Judge Whitney W. Burgers has sentenced Maria del Carmen Montedes. Okay, you got 4 names. I think got your first name's Maria. All right, Maria, 48-year-old from Kissimmee, to 33 months in federal prison for bank fraud. Almost 3 years. God dang, what did you do? Oh, you did bank fraud. Montedes Maria pled guilty on January 4th of 2024. So let's see exactly what she did. So according to court documents, Maria, Montes, a co-conspirator, and a co-conspirator, Carlos Ferreira. I cannot pronounce that. Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. It's just different language. Not different language. Different groups. Come on, help me out. Fairer. Let's say Carlos, all right? And others, so what's where I want to say plural with the defendants. There's 2 of them, co-conspirator. He's with them too. He's with her too. And others created and executed a mortgage fraud scheme targeting financial institutions. You know, I'm not really mad at that because you're targeting financial institutions. As long as you're not tackling individuals, I ain't really tripping about it. But you guys do make my life harder because of this fraud. Banks are going to punish me by making their process more difficult, just more tedious. So, fuck you guys. Proud of you, but fuck you. All right. Montes Maria assists clients with purchasing homes, and after signing the real estate contract, referred her buyers to a loan officer at a mortgage company. All right, don't sound too bad. In order to qualify her clients for the mortgage loans for which they were unqualified, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Montes transferred the personal identifying and financial information of her clients to Ferrer and directed Ferrer to create frivolous. I can't pronounce that, but I can't. Y'all see it. Basically, bad, invalid pay stubs and W-2s showing false earnings and length of employment for her clients, knowing that her clients never worked for the companies of the fictitious employment documents. So let me say this. Everybody has a personal interest. When they earn a commission, there's a personal interest. That means a third party has to be involved, which was supposed to be Carlos. Carlos and her conspired together to get these people who wouldn't qualify for a mortgage to get the mortgage. They lied about their W-2s to pay earnings. Now, why is that bad? Why is that bad? That's very bad. It's bad because then the mortgage company, which Carlos was the third party involved, he's going to say, okay, these people can afford this payment, or they're going to screw you guys over with high amounts of interest that you can't afford, and then later on down the road, you guys are going to get foreclosed on. It's going to damage your credit. It's going to damage your credit, and it's going to put you in a bad situation, because what happened if you left from one state to another state? Now you're kind of stuck there. You have to move all your stuff back. So it's not. There's personal interest in here, and that's why these two people, Maria and Carlos, are in trouble because they created uh, fake pay stubs W-2. Maybe they should just do 1040s. 1040s are the federal tax return documents that shows everything: your gross, adjusted, tax benefits, tax credits. That's so you can just minimize the fraud. All right. So she's showing fake, blah blah blah. Never for these companies because they never had. Yeah, I've been told like if you stay at a employer for more than 3 years, then you have a higher chance of qualifying. So if you're a habitual, I'm not sure that's the correct word, but you switch jobs every year, most likely you're not going to have consistent income, and then you're not going to be consistent with your payments. Even though you may find a way, but habits tend to show. Uh, Past habits shows future habits. All right. So after this is Carlos. Carlos created the documents. Maria submitted the feature. Okay, let me just learn how to say it. They're going to keep saying this. We're almost done here, but I just want to know how to say it. Fictitious? Fictitious pay stubs. Fictitious pay stubs. I'm sorry, y'all. Probably damn, this nigga dumb. Like, I just can't pronounce certain words, all right? And W-2 to financial institutions who relied on them in making their underwriting decisions. So we have three parties involved. We have Maria, the person. What did she do? She was the like a real estate agent in a way. I'm not sure exactly. And then we have the mortgage person person who helps them find them home. Then we have the person who verifies the income. And then we go to the underwriter. The person says, okay, since this is their income and this is the house they want, we have three different parties, so we avoid that personal interest. We avoided that personal interest, so they can afford this house. The broker has no idea what Carlos said to these people. What Maria said to these people. Maria's probably said, oh, we probably get you like a low monthly payment, but with high interest. Carlos said, oh, they can't afford this. But to afford for that interest payment, let's just bump up their wages, showing that they can afford that interest payments. Because we have interest, we have property tax, and we have insurance. It's not just the principal balance of the loan. There's a lot of things that go into buying a house. So that's why verifying this stuff is very important. And this is why regulation is very important, to avoid that personal interest. These people want to make money. And we need to realize that people will do a lot for money. Again, I said this before, I'm on here talking to a camera lens, but somebody's on the other side watching me. I'm not sure what y'all doing behind that phone or desktop or laptop. So again, people will do anything for money. Some good, some bad, some morally wrong, some morally justified. This isn't one of those cases. So on August 13th of 2024, Carlos was sentenced to 4 months imprisonment. Wait, hold up. So she got 33 months. He got 4 months in order to serve 3 years of supervisor release for his role in the case. You know, they both guilty. You didn't give them the same amount of time. They know more stuff than I do, but this is what happened with them. Guilty bastards. All right. So if you know you can't afford a house, don't buy it. I'm sorry. I know that may be your dream. Everybody wants a house. I want a house. But if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. If you try to lie, you're going to pay for it in the long run. All right? Not now. It's that microwave effect community. So this was the story today. Hope you guys learned something more about the process of winning buying a home. It's very encompassed. It's the wrong word. It's a very lengthy process, but there's a reason for that. When there's financial interest involved, because she gets paid a commission, I'm pretty sure he gets, I'm not sure what he gets paid, but she could have paid him on the back end. All right. So that concludes the story for today. Thank y'all for being here. Catch y'all soon. Cue that.
Yeah, sure. Oh.